here I have an LG or a Kenmore all-in-one washer front load, right? So you put the clothes in there, it washes it and it dries it. So it's the washer and the dryer in one. Okay, so Kenmore Late or LG washer. It's made by LG, 4.5 cubic feet, and here is the model number, MHK40625554. And I have this code showing up right here. It says OE, and if we look here, troubleshooting water inlet error, DE2 door not closed, power failure interrupt during cycle, unbalanced load, and the last one, drain error, pump filter clogged, see maintenance. Alright, so what you're supposed to do is, where is it? Oh, right here. Here's maintenance. Clean the washer, check, remove all items, tub, turn the washer off and clean, open cover, remove and clean drain water, fully tighten water pump. Alright, so we have the OE code, which means the pump filter, which is down here. Alright, first what we need to do is drain this. And what I ended up doing is, since I keep getting that error code, I took a barb, 1/4 inch barb, with some clear water line right here, and this hose, so it'll tell you how far up it is. See if we go down with it. It's right there. Alright, so what I do is, since this line is connected to this barb fitting, and I did use a zip tie as a hose clamp. This side is fine, it's tight. This side over here is just a little loose, so I put this zip tie on here. The zip tie on here. And what I do is I just run it out the door. So we need to drain this drum. If you don't do it this way, you're going to be here all day trying to drain this sucker. You can see it draining down there. Okay, so what we do is we wait until it's completely drained from that hose. And then we can reset this code. Alright. The water should be down far enough past the drum, but see, you can still see the waters in here. That's what will happen if you have that, if you have this OE code on here. This won't finish draining. But the thing is we can't undo this filter housing yet until the water is drained out of the drum. So my guess is that there's something either wrapped around the pump, like hair or something, or speaking of which, while we still have the water in here, hold on, let me show you something here. Let's just grab the end of the hose. And what you want to do is blow on the end of this, like this. So my guess is that there's something clogging the sump. Or the pump's going out. I've had this wash machine for 4 years now. Or there's something down there clogging the pump. Because the pump will pump water out. It just doesn't pump all the water out. So I don't know if that's a sensor issue. Or if the pump is just going bad. In order for that to drain properly, it's got to go below that line. You got to make sure this line right here stays below the drum. Alright, I'm just going to leave that here and then we'll come back after this is done draining. And we're back. I don't know if this video is going to be upside down, so I'll just have to fix it. Anyways, I have a light here. Alright, so what I ended up doing was, here's this handle here, because you want to make sure it's locked in tight. But you also want to have some rags down to catch the water after you pull this handle out here. This filter housing. Gonna have some water that runs out of here. Okay, so then you want to check in here, and we don't have anything. Nothing clogging it, or at least that I can see anyways. Okay, so the pump impeller is on this side right here. There's a hole on this side. It goes into the pump here behind this little shroud, and this I do believe is inside the pump itself. So, and the water comes out of the drum from that back hole. You see the main back hole back there? And if you see over here on the side, inside this reservoir here, right there on the side, this left-hand side, there's a hole. That's where the pump impeller is located at. So anyways, the code is still beeping. We checked the filter. And how I put it in is like this. I put it with this strainer facing up. This little channel here, this little rectangular channel, faces upwards when I put this back in. And go ahead and spin this in. Alright, make sure these lines are lined up. I put these here. These are Sharpie marker pins, and it goes from there to there, diagonal. I do that to make sure that that's in place. Alright, now that the water is done draining, out of the drum, see, empty. What I do is, to reset it, I just turn the washer off, unplug it, and then plug it back in. Okay, so the code cleared itself. See, the code is gone. And I'm going to turn it down to cold clean, and we'll come back, turn it down to tap cold, and no spin, light load, because I just want to run the water through and make sure that it goes through, and then we'll be back. But what you want to do is, for now on, when you do the wash, put this on here, put this bypass hose on here. Leave this on here and let it drain out the door while you do your laundry, and you can still do your laundry if you get that code. But this is how you get cleared off. Now you can start it again and it'll start a wash. Anyways, that's a hack to bypass your thing. I don't know, but you gotta leave your door open the whole time that you do your laundry. You see? There it goes. Turn the dome light on. And this is if you don't want to change the pump out. I haven't changed the pump out yet. I'm going to keep running it in this configuration until the pump doesn't work anymore, or I can get another pump. It looks like the pump's like $63 to maybe $120. And there are other channels on YouTube that will show you how to disassemble this to get to the pump, remove the pump and replace the pump. But when this stops working in this configuration here, I'm gonna get the pump and put it in. But so this pump in here has lasted 4 years, and I do run it up here, so right into this utility sink. So it runs here into the utility sink. That's another way that you can tell if your pump is still working. So like your pump, my pump still works. Right, the pump works, but I just don't know if it works as efficiently as it should be, or if there's some kind of blockage in there. And I have run this through several loads and cleaned out that filter down there. You know, you can pull out like hair, cat hair or whatever, dog hair, human hair, down here in this filter. Alright, that's the bypass, or a hack to get clear the OE code to keep it running. So that's what I did, is I used 1/4-inch barb, 1/4-inch ID barb with 3/8 outside diameter clear line from Home Depot, which I think was $7, and I believe this was $5. So that's a $12 fix with one zip tie. All right, peace.